So what is Freemasonry? Is it a satanic enterprise or a form of devil worship? Do members sacrifice family members? Why is it a men-only affair? And why are they so secretive? And can one even leave the society once they become members? Well, NTV's Duncan Khaimba sought answers in this one-on-one interview with the confessed member, High Court advocate, university lecturer, and Gor Mahia chairman, Dr. Ambrose Rachier. Here's part one of the much-awaited Masonic mysteries.
He is a prominent Nairobi lawyer, arguably one of the best in land law and conveyancing. He participated in crafting the current 3 land acts in Kenya, also the first chair of the HIV task force in Kenya. He is the chairman of Gor Mahia Football Club, Dr. Ambrose Rachier. In this particular interview, he is going public about his membership of the Freemason Society in Kenya. This is NTV. My name is Duncan Khaimba. Dr. Ambrose Rachier, what is Freemason?
Well, Freemasonry is a society like many other societies. I think the nearest I would equate it to is the Rotarian society. It is arguably one of the oldest societies in the world, coming from medieval times. Many secret societies existed, particularly in England, but Masonry became much more formalized from around 1640 and got very perfected around 1813. It is an organization, members organization, into which you are invited by private, usually by somebody who knows you very well. But our main objective is charity, if you ask me, is to do charitable activities to help humanity. But in the process also, of course, we ensure that our intellectual faculties are all the time interrogated, and we also just have something that you can call companionship or fellowship, usually by even having dinners and so on. I think that is the best I can say about it.
What is your response to those who say that it is a satanic enterprise or some sort of devil worshipping?
Yes, I think it's all about ignorance. If you get to the Masonic Hall, the first thing is it's a citation from King Solomon to God, that I shall build you an house, and you shall establish your throne forever. It is reference to building of a temple of God. Nothing could be further than satanic from that reference. And indeed, Masonry is about building a temple. And that's why we have degrees of builders. I think most of it are talking from the point of view of Christianity. Yet Masonry is not based on any particular religion. We have Muslims in Freemasonry, we have Christians, we have Buddhists, and of course you could also have a few atheists. And so that there is no reference whatsoever to issues of devil worship, whoever the devil is.
Maybe if you could just break it down for us. How does one become a Freemason?
Yes. First is when you get to hear about it, and you are lucky to get in there. I'm saying lucky in the sense that unless you get to know about it from somebody else, you may never be interested in it. And in particular, with these negative attitudes that are being propagated by ignorant people, you will never hear about it. So somebody who is an insider, like I have been there from 1994, I would find it something good, something that you would want to invite a friend of yours. So I might say that, look, Mr. Haimba, I'm looking at you, I think you're a very good man, because it's about good people. You're a good man, you like charity work, you like helping people, and all kind of things. So I will tell you, Mr. Haimba, would you mind my introducing you to this? Then I will give you a little bit of a talk. And after that, I would then propose. I would go to a meeting and propose that I have somebody who I think I should introduce. You are then invited for an interview. We talk to you about a few things. In particular, we are concerned about your family, what your family will think about you because of all these negative things. If there's any objection from... so it will then be announced. It's just like publishing publication for a wedding. So we'll say, okay, anybody with an objection. So it will go on. You'll be there for some time that I'm proposing. It will openly propose, and we give time to anybody who objects. If there's anybody who objects, then you will not come in. And the objection will be somebody who knows you have negative character. So from there, you will, if there is no objection, you will be initiated. You will be brought in and welcomed and shown what it is all about.
Okay.
Right.
You've talked about being initiated. How is one initiated?
Well, we have got our own ceremonies, just like something like, you have a ceremony for a wedding, or we have a cultural function like during circumcision. There are certain rituals that I may not be talking about publicly, but we do have initiations, as you know. Look at a rite of passage, say, for in cultural settings, a wedding, traditional wedding, Christian wedding, all that. So that is how the initiation goes on. This the way it is done when you're being welcomed into Freemasonry.
All right. You've said you joined the Freemason in 1994.
Yes.
How did you join?
Well, a friend of mine, two friends of mine, let me say a first friend of mine came and mentioned to me and said, have you heard of Freemasonry? He says, I have heard about it, but I don't know what is inside. So he took me through it, and then eventually said, asked me if I wanted to be proposed, And so he got a friend of his also who knows me, because you have to have two people, somebody proposing, somebody supporting. Then it was, I was then taken through to interviewed, as I said, accepted, then initiated, and I have since grown to be a very senior officer.
Okay.
Yes.
Public perception is that it entails oath-taking.
No, there is no oath-taking, and there's nothing wrong with oath-taking anyway. First of all, before I even come to that, you see, you are elected a member of parliament. What do? You take an oath. What is wrong with that oath? Nothing. I have seen recently members of parliament swearing. You are appointed to the Court of Appeal. You are sworn in as a judge. You take an oath. You are becoming a magistrate. You are sworn in. Take an oath. You are being admitted to practice medicine. You take an oath. So, I first of all want just to correct that there is nothing, people really try to trivialize things by making innocent actions. You see, if you, for example, go to court and then you don't want to take the Bible, you do your affirmation. That is an oath. So, there is no strange oath that anybody takes in Freemasonry.
Okay.